Welcome to the Her Sweet Spot Experience, dishing out tips and tricks on mindset, money, marketing, and media for your life and business, and where we talk to women about how they found their sweet spot.
Everybody say, because I'm happy. We are live. We're live. We are live. We got Marsha here. Come on into the room. All right. Thank you, DJ Josh, on the ones and twos for bringing us into the live.
He did an awesome job.
He did an awesome job. Clap it up for you. Carline, thank you for joining.
Oh my gosh, no problem.
I am going to share the broadcast out with our friends on Facebook.
Hey, Facebook.
Come on,
my good makeup for y'all.
Cocktails. We're having cocktails. We're talking quarantine hair. And
my cocktail's pretty big, but hey.
Huh?
I said my cocktail's is pretty big, but it's been a day.
I'm sure it's watered down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's share this out to a couple of places here online. Bring some folks in. Let me tag some people. All right. Carline, how are you? Guys, if you are watching us today, I am Marsha Guerriere. It is Friday, and we're here with the Sweet Tea Virtual Chat Friday night edition. It's 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so our day is over. For those that are working from home, hopefully you're able to clock out by now because it is Friday night and join in on the fun. What are you drinking? I'm going to introduce our guest. Our guest is hair goddess veteran, over 20 years, right? Is it 20 years? 20 years experience in hair care and healthy hair care. I happen to know she is very big on healthy hair care. Carline Dargenson. Did I say it right?
You did. It's really Dargenson, but it doesn't matter.
Dargenson. Well, say Guerriere, and then we're even.
I know.
I didn't even start.
So you already know.
So bear with me. Carline is a longtime family friend, and so we're gonna kiki all our whole time. No, leave the light. We're going to be kicking the whole time here with you. Let me know where you're watching from. I want y'all to put in your questions. We've got the quarantine hair care question and answer period for you guys on this Friday night, and we're sipping cocktails, okay? So the questions, sip. The questions and the answers might get real serious. All real serious because we're facing some real serious issues in this quarantine life. Right, but we're gonna have a little fun tonight on the broadcast. So let me know where you are watching from, and if you're coming here on the replay, #replay. All right, let me know in any event where you are watching and listening. Share this out with your friends because Carline, the expert hair care guru, is gonna be dropping some nuggets on you. Carline, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Did I leave anything out?
No, you are actually on point.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you know,
Okay,
it could be louder. It could be louder, but I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Let me see if I can adjust it to be as loud as it possibly can.
JJ,
okay, so I'll try to speak as loud as I can.
JJ's watching from New Jersey. Thank you, JJ. New Jersey in the house. I worked in New Jersey for years, and I'm so happy I don't work there anymore. I am right here in Long Island for that trek. And I know some people are still working. Anywho, Carline, tell me, do you want to talk about your hello, Author Latanya? Welcome and join. Talk about your
You're breaking up a little bit.
Hold on. There you go. Hold on. You froze on me a little bit. This is Friday night,
You're
y'all.
breaking up a little bit. I didn't hear you. Now you're frozen.
You froze on me too.
Oh, okay. Technical difficulties. I don't hear you. Let me just see if I can switch back to Wi-Fi, and maybe I'll be a little better.
Try the Wi-Fi.
Okay, I switched back to Wi-Fi. I can at least see you. And now, if you can repeat the question, did you say?
I was saying, did I share enough about your expertise? Do you want to share more? How and why you got started, the history behind InStyle?
Sure. I'm a second generation stylist. I did not want to become a hairstylist. My mom was a hairstylist, so I knew everything about hair because I read all her trade publications and I was always in a salon. It just so happened it became my career because it was another form of art to me. It was supposed to be a side career, but I fell in love with it. And that's the whole point of it. Wow. And why healthy hair was important to me because my mom was a healthy hair person, but it wasn't like the styles were on point, the trendy styles she wasn't doing. So I said, if I do hair, I want to do the trendy styles as well as focus on hair care. Because usually people have two stylists, one that takes care of their hair when it falls out and one that they go to for trendy hair. So I wanted to mesh that together and mix those two worlds and offer that to my client. Yeah. And so that's why I stand behind healthy hair and just trying to get people to do trims. I know it's just a hard thing. They're not grasping that. But anyway,
can we shout out to your mom? Because I can recall I have been to the salon when we were younger.
Have you?
Yes, your mother used to do my hair.
Really?
And let's just say, for full disclosure for everybody watching, we are from Haitian descent. Your mom is Haitian, my mom's Haitian. So perhaps when you say trendy, y'all all know the Dominican hair look. We had the Haitian style, not quite Dominican, but somewhat Dominican with the roller set. But we stopped at the roller set. It wasn't no press-in. it was all curly.
You left with either the rollers or a nice bouffant.
Yes. So there was no blowing straight back then. And I guess that's what you mean with the trends that were happening, especially Brooklyn, Flatbush area back then. And so now you took your mother's legacy. So you guys are building legacy, right? You have formed and have built that legacy, and you're keeping with the tradition of healthy hair, which is fantastic. I commend you for that. And what are you up to today during the quarantine, being that you're not like me, you're unable to work from home? And wouldn't it be a thing if you could actually just let people in the house, right? But there's a safety issue. It goes beyond.
That was the plan, because when I left the salon, before they even told us to close the salon, it's funny because I left the salon on a Thursday, and then come Sunday they were like, it's done for you guys. So I said, I'm gonna bring my stuff home and I'll do hair anyway.
Right.
But then it got real dire. Like it got really serious very quickly. And I didn't think the risk was worth it.
Right.
And I was like, one, they're gonna be in my home. I don't let people in my home anyway.
Right.
But I was gonna let a select few in my home. But still, that select few was still too much to chance.
Because you don't know what they're doing. You don't know who they're around.
I don't know who they've been exposed to. I don't know how serious they're taking it, because you have to consider that as well.
Right.
And
let's drink to that, girl. It's Friday cocktail hour. Drink to that, because they were not taking it serious, girl.
But they were like, I'll come to your house. And I was like, yeah. I had the salon chair. I had the mirror behind me. I had the mannequins there. But now I'm like, no. No, not so much. I would love to, but
no. So what I love, and you guys know, I'm a business coach. I'm a business coach extraordinaire. I'm helping people accelerate their business. But in this season, in this time, I'm helping women pivot. And what I love is that I saw immediately that you took on the mindset of a CEO, and you immediately pivoted. And I think you're doing now virtual support to your clients, which is still connecting you and keeping your clients. Because let me tell you something, some of your clients are going to sit there and go, well, I could have been doing this. The smart ones are not, and they'll be back, right? But then there might be some that say, oh, well, I could have been doing this myself. Even me, I'm thinking my nails habit, we'll see what happens. I might give that up. I doubt it. But
people don't think about you have the time now to do it.
Right.
But when we start working, that time is gone. And so you can't dedicate that time that you did on those nails, on the hair, like you did, like we having that we're privy to now.
Right.
We are home.
Right.
Yeah.
We have Marjorie. Hi, Marjorie. She's tuning in. We have Yadeline tuning in, and Yadeline says she'll drink to that. Okay. So
me too.
We'll drink to that Friday night.
Thank you, Alan, for giving us an excuse to drink.
So, guys, keep reading your comments. I want you to ask questions. Again, Carline is the healthy hair care expert, and she wants to share her tips and tricks with you guys on how you can maintain healthy hair during this time. So, Donna, Carline, you have someone, Donna Stacken, that says,
hi, Carline.
Oh, hi, Carline. I mean, Donna. So, Carline.
Donna, you have a cocktail?
Donna.
I hope you have a cocktail.
I hope you have a cocktail, because it is, I said, bring your cocktails and questions. So, we want to get into some kind of tips and tricks of the trade. And I know you're one of those master hairstylists that doesn't exclude different types of hair from your roster, because I know you speak to, and you're often, Donna says she's getting one now, Carline.
Okay, good.
So you often are supporting naturalistas as well, and teaching naturalistas how to maintain nourishment and moisture. So let's start with the naturalistas. Okay. I am a naturalista. You are clearly a naturalista. But people don't know I'm a naturalista because I do this all the time.
Naturalistas go in two brackets: the slick press bracket or the wash and go bracket. And what I learned, and still learning, is that there's the way you take care of a slick press natural and a person that does a hydrate and define, which is a wash and go, two different dynamics and two different ways to take care of the hair. Yeah. So I find that people are still kind of lost because there's a lot of conflicting information out there.
Yeah. So I don't know. What am I? I don't press. Well, this flat iron. I wash, blow dry, and go.
You're one of the few that can do that. And it's a blessing. But what happens is people don't want, I think the more people realize and work with their hair texture, the happier they'll be. Because someone will look at, with my hair, will look at you and say, well, she just blow dries it. And so they'll go to the Dominicans, they blow it. And it's like, doesn't look the same. But then they have different expectations. But that's a whole nother story as far as
we don't have time, and we don't have time for that. On the line. I didn't have a therapist today for that conversation.
It's a whole different topic, but you can do that because of your hair texture. So what's important with the natural life is knowing your texture and knowing what you can and cannot do.
Now, how do you, Yadeline put in a question. She has locks, and she wants to know, what can I do with my locks to keep them healthy, looking, and need help with her edges?
Okay, I have a thing with people that want their edges. Now, you're natural, so you can't want your edges to lay like a person that has relaxed hair, because they have assistance. And also a person with fine hair, the hair will lay a bit better than somebody that has thick hair. So what I find with a lot of these edge controls and stuff with natural hair, it starts out great, but you have to end up putting so much that it actually dries the hair out. And now I have clients' edges going back because they want their edges to lay, but you're going to have to make peace with your edge being a little fuzzy sometimes because you have natural hair. The more we embrace what our hair actually do instead of trying to mimic what our hair cannot do, it'll be better for your hair. Because what I find my natural doing.
Wait. That was a good one. Oh, that was a good one. Take a drink.
Don't do the most. Just
don't do the most.
But I do have a tip. What I tell my clients is to get the Nairobi foam.
Nairobi foam. Let me type that in to our comments, and you're gonna spell Nairobi. Don't make me look crazy.
Nairobi. I think I have it here. Hold on, so they can see what it looks like.
Look at the setup, y'all. She's the real deal back there.
Okay, so it looks like this.
Oh, okay.
Nairobi Rapid Foaming Lotion.
Okay.
And the foam has a lot of moisturizers, so it will lay your hair down. So what you want to do is put a lot on. Let me give you an example. Okay, see this? So I'm put it here, and it's gonna be foamy. Don't be afraid, because it's gonna disappear.
Even with natural hair that would curl up, it's okay to.
That's where you have to go in with a brush, brush it down, and then tie it down. Same way you do with the edge gel. But this is just a healthier form because the moisture is so thick. It'll lay, because I use this on any natural hair to lay it down. So it will lay it down your edges. It's just a matter of knowing how much to use.
No, that's excellent. Yellen said she'll make peace with her edges. You have to make peace with the edges, but I like, so if you have an event or an occasion where you may want, here and there sporadically want to have that laid look, get the Nairobi foam.
Yes.
And I love that you just did a demo for us. Thank you. We weren't doing demos, but thank you for that. And so a foam. So I remember using foams a long time ago, and I know they really do work when I was doing wraps and doobie sets and those things. So I haven't used foam in a long time. It's good to know that there is a brand that is more is a healthier version.
Yes. Yeah.
What do you recommend? What do you recommend for shampoo? Just pivoting to talking about healthy, or should we be looking for sustainable products versus like what's a healthy brand or a healthy product to use to wash and condition our hair?
The brands I go to are Inner Sense.
Inner Sense. These are
professional brands.
Oh, so we can't find them.
Let me just tell you the brands that you can find because that's more realistic.
Yes.
TGIN, not Carol's daughter.
She said no,
Camille Rose. I'm sorry because my thing with the Carol's daughter and the Shea Moisture is once they went to general market, it kind of changed. Okay. So I'm not a fan of the products anymore. But Camilla Rose, TGIN, Mielle, and Mielle spelled Mielle.
Hold on. So Camilla Rose and what else?
TGIN and Mielle. Those are the brands that I like to go to.
I think I find that what is it?
Mielle. Mielle, yep.
I think, do we find that in
you can find it at Walgreens, Target, Dwayne Reed's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we have Pascal is on the line.
Hi, Pascal.
And then she wants to know, what do you recommend for clients with pixie hairstyles? She says, I haven't had a relaxer in 8 weeks. I'm about to do it myself. What do you, the relaxer yourself? Woo! Carline is about to fall.
This is my suggestion for the pixie cut. I know the back and the sides are really annoying you at this point because that's where you want it to be laid. And this is what I tell you. I'm sure you have Nairobi in your home. If you have Nairobi, wrap it with the Nairobi. You're probably gonna need a lot to make sure everything's saturated and laying down. Make sure that your hair's wet, and then you put the Nairobi down. That will hold it down. After you do that, my suggestion is instead of getting a relaxer, you're gonna have to give yourself a silk press. So now what you want to do after you unwrap it is go in and make sure all the roots are straight, just so everything is the same consistency and there'll be no shedding. So that's what I suggest. Yes, it takes more time, but your hair will thank you.
Pascal, I hope you're listening to your peers on the line and you're reading the comments and you see all the no's. Don't do it, girl. Save yourself. Don't do it. This will be over soon, hopefully. We got now a new order in New York, May 15th, and I'm sure I heard somebody say in North Carolina they're not locked down, so I don't really get it, what's going on out there. But New York, we are at most risk, so keep your doors closed, Carline, to these ladies. But it'll be back. She says, okay, thank you, I am. Use that foam. The foam will help you get it slicked and laid, and then you just gotta do what she says, the probably top portions of your hair. Guys, keep putting in your questions. We want to help you guys in this time of need. So my question is you talked about earlier the knowing your natural hair texture type. And even if you're not natural, you still should know what your natural type is so that you know probably make better choices with product and the type of perms. Because there's some heavy perms and then there's just some a little smaller, because I know I've used my hair is fine. So I don't have no idea what my number is, but I know it's fine and I can't get no deep.
No, because you don't need it. You don't need it.
Yeah.
It'll do more damage than good.
So how do you find out what your texture is? What do you look for in the 1C, B, D, capital H?
Us as stylists, we hate it. We hate the 3B, elemental P, whatever that thing is, okay? But we use it as a reference just to, you need something that your client can relate to. And that's why I use it sometimes. But I go by thick, coarse, fine, high density, low density, high porosity, low porosity, and that determines what I do. Okay, so tell me about the high density, low density. What does that refer to in layman's term? Is it thick or thin? Because I know thick or thin. How thick or thin your hair is, because you can have fine hair and I can see through your scalp because your hair is not as thick. Or you can have fine hair and it gives people have the illusion that it's thick, but it's not. It's just that you have a lot of it. You have a lot per square inch. So it gives the illusion of that. Okay. So all that determines what I can do with it. Porosity is how much moisture your hair takes and how much moisture your hair lacks. If it's low, it's lacking. If it's high, it has a lot. So I always thought that the whole moisture thing was really based on whether you add moisture and how much you're adding. So you're saying your hair texture responds differently for moisture, so we could all use the same moisturizer, but we're going to respond differently based on our hair texture. I didn't know that. I thought that either I put some moisturizer or I don't. No, because that's why people advise use this, and then they get disappointed because it's like your hair and my hair are two different hair textures. So your result and my result's not going to be the same. All right, let's set some tea on that. On that, because my next question is, my next question is, what do you do with the lady that sits in your chair and was like, "Remember how you did it last week? I wanted like that girl last week." You do the best you can to you do the best you can. That's all you can do. Because there's some people that it's not even last week. It's just like I ain't seen them in 3 months. And they're like, "Remember what you did?" But what I do is I put notes on all my clients. I started doing that, like, because the more natural, my clientele is mostly natural now. And I don't see them often. I see them every 3 months, every 2 months. So now I have to put meticulous notes because they always say it last time. And I'm like, so now when they leave, I put the haircut, I put how I cut it sometimes if it's like a really, really complex cut, just so I can remember. How you cut it. So that is, give us all the trade secrets now. So there's a how you cut it way. So what would be a difference? Cut is a but there's no, it's how you cut it, because if they have a mohawk, I got low. Some people like their mohawk low, some people like it high, and if I don't see you every 3 months, I can't leave the chance to mess up. Okay. Because I'm not going to see you often. So I try to do my best to mimic what I did last time. And sometimes I just don't remember because I have a lot of clients. Right. When I had good 10 clients, I can remember all y'all. But but money's good. I mean, not money, because we don't go by money, but your services are that demanding that, you're keeping busy. Yes, I like that word. Excellent. Yeah. Okay, so now JJ Noel, she says, it's Jennifer. Hey, Colleen, it's Jennifer. Hi, Jen. I'm due for a relaxer next week. Next week, count that out. But will not be doing it myself. LOL. Good. What is your recommendation for trimming the edges? That was on my list of questions. So trimming the edges, the ends, I should say. Should I just wash, condition, and leave the ends alone?
What do you say?
Yes, ma'am. Because what happens when you guys try to trim your hair, you're trimming it. Yeah, it's like the Dominican trim that you do the ends, right? But then you don't have a shape.
Yeah.
And now when your styles have to put a shape, you done cut too much on this side. Now you got to even it out. Now you're crying in a chair. Why? Because the way you cut it doesn't give your hair a shape, and it's not consistent. So now we have to bring it and have it balanced. So please don't touch your hair, especially if you're one that's not happy when people cut your hair. Leave your hair alone. That's my answer.
But let me just ask, for us people, for the people watching at home, I got your back. What is it safe to walk around? We're not going anywhere. Take a sip, girl. Is it safe to have what would be worse? Keeping those rough edges and ends and letting it accumulate? Because God forbid, now we up to May 15th. Them turkeys are gonna come back and say 2020 is canceled. It is not canceled. Hashtag 2020 is not canceled. But what if it takes so much longer? What can you do to help? Would you help someone during your consultations with them when you're doing the virtual styling? Could you help someone?
I would help them. We can do it, and I would tell them how to hold it, because what they don't realize, the angle of the hair determines how much get cut. It tells you what you're doing. So sometimes you can think you're putting everything in a bun or whatever, and it depends if you cut it this way, that way, what the shape's going to give you, and you can do more harm than good.
Right. Yadeline says, "Oh wait, Keelan says you look great, Carline. What about me and Keelan? You know, like my red." Listen, y'all, it's Friday night. Y'all got a different side. One, because I'm with Carline, who I know well, and I think whenever we're around each other, all we do is kiki and laugh, right? So I can't help but be me right now, beyond me, that you guys know. Yadeline says, do you take photos? What do you mean by that? Okay, she elaborates. Do you have a digital profile of your clients? Oh, okay, do you keep photos? And with everything that's going on, technology is big. Will you consider adding technology to your business? Excellent question.
Actually, I am. I just hate editing. So I'm actually in the process of finding somebody to edit, because I do take a lot of videos. You just never see it because I'm not going to sit there and go, rewind, forward, rewind. I can't.
Right.
I tried it. It's not my thing, but I do. I want to build up a YouTube channel, one for clients and one for the general public, because you got to sit in my chair to get those benefits.
Right.
So there'll be a private one, and there'll be a one that's open for the general public with general information. So I am working on that.
Excellent. And so at the same time, if you are a client, so thank you guys for joining that are existing clients of Carline's. Are you taking brand new people, or are you only going to do your virtual calls with your existing clients because you know their hair?
I take, I'm open to taking brand new clients, but that's when a consultation is needed, because I need to talk to you about your hair. I hate jumping in and just doing people's hair, because there's so much history that I have to know before I do it and execute it.
A live consultation, or can you still do it virtually now?
I love the virtual consultation, and I'm actually going to include that in my services moving forward, because especially with natural clients, I like to be as prepared as I possibly can when they're in my chair. That way we save a lot of time, because nobody wants to be in a salon for a long time. But the more history I have up front, the better it is. So a 30-minute consultation with a client prior to the service might be my best bet.
Okay. All right, 30 minutes prior to the service. So guys, if you're on here and you're a client, and Jen, you want that trim, hopefully you've booked yourself a virtual sit down with Carline to let her help you with the trim. Now, I don't know about the people with long hair, because then the video is gonna be like, woo, but
there's a way to cut it where you don't have to be up.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a way where we can.
Only expert could tell you that. You don't have to, because I would be like, I gotta cut it from here. So because I've done the bang, the twist bang cut. I've done it. And the sad part is, Carline, I've done it more than once, knowing the outcome.
Yes.
I've done it more than once. And then
but did you like the outcome?
No. Because you forget. Not because I like it at all. It's because I forget it. I have a moment of something.
I can tell every time my clients cut their hair. It's just
Yeah.
I'm like, stop. Just stop.
We have a question from Lakita Washington. I hope I said that right. Give me a heart if I said it right, and give me a ha 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 if I did it. But she wants to know, where are you located? I know.
I'm in the city. I'm in the Herald Square area on 34th Street. Where there are all the stores. You can spend all your good money just on that one block. We're literally right across the street from Uniqlo, upstairs on the 3rd floor. So that's where I'm located.
She said, ha ha ha. I said it wrong. Oh gosh. Type how I should have said it. Jennifer says, I have long hair, not chancing that. Not gonna try. Well,
I always get that.
What do you recommend then for people that were expecting to trim, and that people who like to maintain healthiness? What can they buy on Amazon? Because I don't know where else or if they could find a Walmart with beauty supplies or something. What can you recommend to seal in the edges or at the ends and help us with conditioning?
Just make sure you properly condition the hair. For relaxed clients, silk press clients, just get a moisturizing shampoo. If you use a lot of products, use a clarifying shampoo. That way you can get all the products out before you moisturize. Follow up with a moisturizing shampoo and follow up with conditioner. If you're working out a lot, please shampoo your hair every week, because salt can wreak havoc on your hair and make it ultra dry. And you don't want to be walking around with dry hair.
Can you go back to that process you just mentioned? Because I think that's important to mention to people. You said 2 different shampoos. You said a clarifying and a moisturizing?
Yes, clarifying because you want to get all that gook out.
Clarifying.
Yes.
Clarifying shampoo and moisturizing. Y'all, yes. Excuse me for any typos.
Especially for those that like to put a lot of product in your hair. I know when I had a pixie, because my hair was thick and I wanted my pixie to lay, I would put a lot of product. So it's imperative that you start off with a clarifying shampoo. It's just like when you go in the shower, that's your soap. Then you follow up with lotion. But you don't want to just go and not shower and just put lotion on your hair. It ain't cool.
Okay.
So,
oh, excellent. So you need a clarifying shampoo, and then you could use. So do you need a moisturizing shampoo if you're just going to use a clarifying? What if you don't?
No, you have to follow, because the clarifying shampoo takes all that gook out, so it doesn't leave your hair as moisturizing as it should. So what the moisturizing shampoo is following up and making sure that we put all the moisture back into your hair.
Okay.
Or what's lacking, and then we follow up with a great conditioner to do the same thing.
Okay, excellent. So Miss Washington says, licata.
Let her sit for that.
I still probably butchered it, and I apologize to you for that, Miss Washington. Adrian Goodman says, we are a Black-owned beauty supply store that ships, and you're shipping right now, Adrian. That is excellent. Do you have any of these products that Carline just mentioned? Do you yes, she said I did it. Do you have these products that Carline mentioned? The Nair-foam, what was it?
The Nairobi
foam. The Nairobi foam. Do you carry Nairobi foam? Say yes, and then say yes, we have Nairobi foam, and then put your website again. You're at jewelledhairlounge.co, and she is shipping, guys. So you're not yeah, she says she has it. Excellent. Put your website.
And you know what? Also, if you can go on my IG and give me your information, because I do a live every Monday with my clients, and I'm trying to get a collective of who is out there that's have a beauty supply, to kind of tell them who to go to and work with you that way. All right.
Okay.
So that'd be cool.
Excellent. So reach out to Carline on her Instagram. I think I put it in the flyer. It's at Carline Dargenson. You can find her. No, you can find her on Instagram or In Style Hair. Let me do that. In Style Hair Care on IG. And I hope I spelled that right too. Awesome. And so, Adrian, you probably thought about this already. But have you put together a package and worked with a stylist like Carline to develop a quarantine kit? I think I've seen women out there doing quarantine kits and selling them. But you, as the direct store owner, that would be an amazing thing for you to put together. You work with someone like Carline to put that together. You know, I might be here sipping, but I'm still a business coach. I never without a thought, a strategy, and an idea. That's what separates small business owners and operators with true CEOs, true innovators, right? That is the difference between just a small business owner who wants to keep the lights on. And those are the most people suffering right now because they're not coming up with ways to pivot to continue to support their clients, right? And so, I applaud you, Carline, because your industry is one of the most hardest hits right now, and you found a way to pivot. And so I applaud you and I thank you for continuing to show up for us out here and for your clients. Adrian says yes, and we have a curated kit and it is sold out. Excellent. Excellent. Kudos to you. And we are putting more kits together now. Hey, Lisa. Welcome. We are talking about quarantine hair. What is your hair care regimen? Do you have any questions for those still watching the broadcast? Does anybody else have any questions for Carline? We talked about natural hair care, how to, first of all, the don'ts. Do not perm your hair, do not cut your hair. Any other don'ts that you want to tell everybody?
The color.
Ooh, they said the next thing on the shelves was missing. It was the toilet paper, the cleaning product, and then the dyes.
Why? Because if you have permanent color, the semi-permanent color you use can alter your permanent color. How? Let me give you an example with a client that we gave her a nice ash blonde, and it was a dimensional color, yes? Ash and a little gold. She went and got some red color, yes? And put it on her hair. Then she came back with a red color. She was disappointed that she didn't get the color that we originally did for her. You know why? Because the red messed up everything. Now I had to correct the color. And then you have to come for a follow-up visit for me to actually deposit the real color.
Wow.
Because first I had to fix and take out all that red that you had before. So all semi-permanents have underlying colors that can stain the hair. And what happens when we try to put the dye back in, or the permanent color back in, it picks up whatever you did with that semi-permanent hair. So if you have permanent color, please just leave your hair alone. If you have semi-permanent and you've been using that, go to town. But if you have permanent color, I just need you to back away from the color. I know it's hard. You're seeing the grays. You don't feel too cute. No, let me not say it. Just leave the grays alone.
Leave the grays alone. I've embraced them. And real talk, I feel like, my hair color, I could go months without putting a new color.
Unless you have dark hair, you can chance that. If it's black, dark brown, browns. But if you have blondes, please don't touch your hair. I wouldn't touch that one. But I feel like this whole pandemic life and the news and all that jazz and the people that we know, the timelines that are blowing up with fatalities, I feel like I know that my anxiety and my stress is on high right now, and so is everyone else. What? Is it true? Because the other day I was saying to myself, well, this wasn't here before, all these grays, this is because of my stress level. Or is it because my color is washing out? That you're seeing the grays?
Yeah. They're
It
like
depends on what
up like
depends on what color. It all depends if it's permanent, demi, or semi.
I think I'm a demi.
Yeah, demis don't is not as lasting as a permanent color. That's why you have to do it a little bit more frequently, and we call it a glaze.
Yeah.
So we're refreshing it every time. But so every time you shampoo it, you're gonna see more and more of your grays come out.
So Jennifer says, "Oh, so I have to live with my grays." Yes, the grays are part
what color is your hair? Your hair is dark, Jennifer.
Jennifer, is your hair dark? Your hair is dark. It appears that way from the small shot that I see. But Jennifer, let us know. Oh yeah, she says she has black hair. Her hair is black.
Okay, so you can chance it. You can get a semi-permanent, not a permanent. You can get a semi-permanent color like a jazzing or a kiss color. You can do that because your hair is dark.
Okay, excellent.
Just don't get black if you're thinking about coloring your hair ever. Okay.
Don't get black.
No, if you know you want some blonde in the near future or some a high lift color, please don't get black. Get dark brown.
Oh, so tip: if you are going to ever put on a light color, don't use a dark black because it stays in your hair.
Yeah, and then it lifts up green, and now we can't have a beautiful brown. We can't have a beautiful blonde because now we got to do corrective color. You're gonna pay more money.
Yes, nobody share this with my mother, but she has been through the green phase, messing with that black. She has been through the green. Let me sip on that one.
We don't want to be green.
No, we don't want to be green. So Lisa says she mainly wears she has a weave, and she mainly wear it because of the gray hair, and her hair is black but has turned dirty brown now. I can't keep up with these whiteys. Don't try to keep up, because one you take one out, 5 more appear, right?
Just be happy your hair grows.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
absolutely.
you have hair growth.
How do you maintain hair growth? Let me tell you, the other I washed my hair, I think 2 or 3 times so far during quarantine, and I was amazed, and I wanted to clutch my pearls at the amount of hair that came out. What can we expect washing our own hair? How much hair should we see washing and combing as a result?
Well, the hair has 3 phases, so it depends on 3 factors: your stress level, 2, what stage your hair is, because we have a growing phase, a resting phase, and a shedding phase. So it depends on that as well. And also it can be a lot of factors like sweat, if you're sweating in your head, if you need a relaxer, or if you are in need of a silk press and you're still, or overuse of the flat iron. Because just think that every time you flat iron your hair after the initial flat iron, it's going to shed a lot.
I don't touch it. I don't touch it after my initial one. But so can you talk about the phases? You just dropping all the little secrets y'all have back there. So you said growing phase, shedding phase.
Yes. And a resting phase.
And a resting phase. Like,
yeah.
Who knew that hair had a life cycle like that, right? I would have never thought that.
And that's what determines people's hair being this long and this short, because everybody's growth phase is different and that's from hereditary reasons. Somebody's growth phase may be 3 years, where another person's growth phase is 1 year. And that makes all the difference of how fast and how long your hair is going to be.
That's insane, because my hair does kind of grow fast and I cut it often, and that could, I don't know. But so
somebody would see that doesn't have a long growth phase, right? And I'd be like, Marsha, what do you do to make your hair grow fast? Not knowing your hair will never do that. You got to look at your parents. You got to look, do my aunt have long hair? Do on both sides? Nobody has long hair? Well, then my chances are slim enough. Yeah?
Right.
And if everybody has long hair in your family, you're not the only one. Now you got to ask yourself, what am I doing that my hair's not growing? Because apparently I have potential.
Can you force growth, like when you have a weave and because I can't last year my hair was away, so I think that helped me in my length.
Once you leave the hair alone, it will grow on its own. It all depends on hereditary reasons. It all depends on how long it's going to grow. So you can't look at your friend that had a weave and her hair grew long and think yours is going to grow just as long. It all depends.
Oh, so even if you keep a weave forever, it doesn't determine the length of your hair.
Because we still have to clip the ends, and it doesn't matter how long your hair is. Some people don't, the hair doesn't grow healthy past here.
Right.
That's just your reality.
Yeah.
Yes. And some people down here. So all these marketing things that they put out there that your hair can grow, you got to think about other factors. You got to be realistic.
Wow. So be careful of the marketing tactics. Let me shout out. We're talking about weaves. My weaveologist is in the room, Yolanda Fernandez.
Uh-oh.
And she says, why am I not on here with you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Yolanda.
On that.
I love you to like you. You better step on that, girl, because I'm about to get dropped. Oh my God, she created an amazing wig for me. So I used that when in the beginning I was like, oh, I don't want to do this by myself. And so now I'm just over it. I just wash my hair and keep it going. But the wig life, what are your tips for us? Some of us are lucky that I've had a wig or two stored up in the house, so I could use that if I had to. What are there tips to wearing a wig? And I'm just talking about the beauty supply store wig. I'm not talking about the one you got to do all of this.
Yeah, you can maintain it. You have to shampoo it, but it depends. If it's not human, once that wig is done, it's done. Because by the time you have to take it to somebody, because in order for you to restyle a wig that's synthetic, you have to steam it. There's a whole technique behind it. Just chuck it and buy a new one.
Okay.
That's my best advice.
Adrian, are you selling wigs on your website? Adrian, are you still here? Can we get a wig from your website, Adrian? That's a question for you, Adrian. Lee Kata, Miss Washington has a question. She says, she has a question, and she's a stylist. So she often tells her clients, do not shampoo your hair with a weave attached. I feel that you're not going to be able to, hold on, let me scroll back. I'm not going to be able to clean it completely. So I tell them to come back in 3 to 4 weeks to redo their weave. What do you think about that? Do you have any options about maintenance in between getting the whole weave done?
Yes, I don't think a weave should surpass 2 months. That's when the growth stops, because now you get asking for scalp disorders. That's why when you're in a salon and you smell the lady's hair, you're not supposed to smell your client's hair. It's not supposed to stink, and we're not supposed to move to the other side of the room because of that. That is a problem, and that is a scalp disorder. I'm gonna tell y'all now.
Let me
sip on that, boo.
Look.
Okay.
Oh,
I believe you have to let the hair breathe. I worked under a stylist that did weaves, and I was very impressed because her clients always had healthy hair. Because she was like, after 3 months, you need a break. We're going to take a break for a month. They're like, oh, but everybody saw, oh, well, your hair needs to breathe. And then they come back after that month and put the weave in again. And it's every 2 months. Because she said it has to breathe.
I took a drink, Miss Washington. Miss Washington said she took a drink, LOL. I took a drink. And she said I should smell you from across the room.
Because literally I've been in salons where the whole salon left that side of the room. It was a railroad salon. When this one particular client came in, and I'm so shocked at how the styles that styles this client is so unbothered. We all can smell it.
Wow, because they get points. Because they're like, this is $1,200 right here. They said for $1,200, I'm going to suffer through the smell.
But that's people's ethics, and
right.
But that's my take on it, Miss Washington.
Jennifer says, "Wait, I need a drink."
Let's all drink to that.
Come on, we gotta take it again. Take it again. No
stinky hair people.
So Adrian says yes, she does have wigs on her website, and we all will be going to. Can you drop your link again, Adrian? Black-owned beauty supply store, selling and shipping right now. So thank you very much for your contributions to our community. Let's support. What I found that what is so great about this time in our community, I'm finding that people haven't stopped shopping, even though some people maybe their incomes have been reduced or not, but they haven't. When we all stuck in the house, so we're not eating out like we were. You're not spending it on the transit fees and whatnot. So no gas fees, and gas is cheaper than ever if you are putting in gas. But people are out here spending money, and so Adrian has a beauty supply store. You got nail stuff. I'm looking for powder. I don't know. Nail teak. I'm gonna go check out on IG. She is Jeweled Hair Lounge on IG. Okay, we're gonna check you out. So any more questions going there now? Kimberly Clemens. Hey, Kim, Reverend Casey. Thank you for joining the broadcast. Do you have any questions you want to ask right now to our esteemed hair goddess expert? Lisa says, I'm not taking no break. Sorry. Period. And I don't play. Oh. She said, I don't play the sticky stuff though. Because I kept it for Yolanda knows, and I hope Yolanda.
Just make sure that you don't keep it in for long, is all I'm saying.
Yolanda, as my weavologist, I hope I wasn't sipping on myself. Oh, Lord. Well, guys, we are at the point in the broadcast where we are almost at the end, and we just want to know, are there any parting words, Carline? And just so y'all know, don't leave the broadcast right away, because my son, the DJ, the 5-year-old DJ, he wants to play a little tune for y'all at the end. So stay with me, please. Stay with me. I've been homeschooling. I've been home cooking. I've been home coaching. Still out for work. And it's so, girl, let's drink to that, y'all. Pick up a drink, everybody.
I'm over the cooking, but anyway, yeah.
Adrian says, great interview, very informative. Thank you very much. Carline does this on a regular on her IG page, right?
Yes, I do it every Monday live. If you have any questions, see me at 1:00 on Mondays. I'm going to start inviting some other guests to get some more information to you guys and make it useful and helpful.
And Adrian, that might be you. Remember, hook up. My claim to fame is that I connect people together in business and to help us build a stronger community. And so any last tips that you may want to share? We talked about no perm, no cut, no color. You gave us the 3 phases that hair goes through in its season. Are there any triggers to the phases?
Are there any what?
Any triggers, like the stress trigger?
Medication, but people don't think about medications. Just know that birth control is the #1 reason for hair loss. So just know if you're on birth control or on any type of medication for anxiety, depression, that it does cause hair loss. So your shedding will be maximized significantly as a result. So just take that in consideration as well.
Oh, wow. Okay. Those are very, very great information. And Jen says, thanks, Marsha and Carline. This was very informative and fun. And during this time, we need education and to be uplifted. Absolutely. I thank you guys. You can catch me here at the Her Sweet Spot, giving you tips and tricks as entrepreneurs, bringing in fabulous, fantastic, experienced guests just like Carline anytime here. If you're looking for support in your business, I have a free consultation. You can hit me up, 30-minute consultation, hit me up, and we'll make sure that you continue to rise in your personal and professional life. Carline, I thank you. Josh, you want to take us up?
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for your questions.
Go ahead. Play. Uh-oh. Wait. That child.
Did you play Haitian music?
Carline, the Haitian music is not even on his set. He took my phone.
Oh,
Somehow he got in. I didn't put my thumb on it. I don't know what happened, but he was able to play a tune because I have the Haitian music. Go ahead, Josh. Play us out before I let everyone go. All right, Friday night. Grab your drinks. Grab your drinks. Oi, oi.
Have a great one, guys. Go, Josh.
Yes, Josh. Yeah, Josh. Oh my God.
Yes,
we're learning so much about our children right now. Sakpase, Marjorie, that's right. We're learning so much about our kids. We didn't even talk about, you're a mom, you have your I was gonna say baby girl. She ain't a baby girl anymore. Your daughter, how is that going? Excuse me, we were gonna end, but I got another question. How is mommy life happening for you with your team?
Lord Jesus.
Let me take a drink.
I have no more drink, but I'm still gonna sip.
Let me take a drink.
It's difficult.
He just put what, like that was on cue. He don't even know it.
It's difficult. It's difficult because I usually spend one day with her, and then usually I'm working. And then when I come home, it's minimal conversation. But everything's a blessing in disguise because I get to relearn my daughter.
Yeah.
And I'm learning a lot about patience.
Yeah.
Right? As you get older, your patience wears very thin.
Yeah.
And I'm just learning to be patient. I'm listening to her gripes about me, and and just trying to work with that because it'll always make me a better person at the end. Yes? Yeah. So it's difficult, but I'm trying.
I totally agree. I have a 5-year-old, and with my hectic and busy schedule, always out networking, doing business, speaking, whatever, and traveling. Oh, he's often with somebody else, my parents, and I'm with him 24/7. I'm learning about him. He's smarter than I think, and then I give him credit for. He still hates school. He's like, I don't need to go back there anymore. Right? Like, no, we like say we go back now. But it's been, like you said, both a blessing and that's why these Friday nights, we might be back here next week, y'all. Jamaica in the house. Yes, yes. Motherhood is a learning experience. Yes, Miss Washington. It has been
24/7.
And let me tell you, you're a single parent of one teenager. So you're lucky. You get to split up. I'm a single parent of one. No, not.
Sorry. No.
I'm a single parent of one and he's 5. So he is here. Like, I get on meetings and he wants to be on my lap.
That's true. That's true.
It's hard. That's true. But what are you going to do? Now we're having slumber parties. He's fine. I'm watching him find his independence. He made his own breakfast the other day. Mind you, there was a spill. What? He said, what? There were some spills, but you know what? I let it go. I'm learning the patience. And what are you going to do? Corona is teaching us what is truly important in our lives right now, and is resetting us as a community and as a nation. And so I thank you guys for tuning in and for showing up for yourself, for your family, taking self care as important as all the other stuff we have to deal with and handle today in our life. So with that, DJ, play us out. What? You don't have no Beyonce? What? Beyonce. What? Oh. What's my favorite song? I don't know. Come here. Find my favorite song. What? Not the what? Come here. All right, wait, y'all. We're gonna get my favorite song. And he's got the a long time ago. Oh, he put my Bluetooth speaker on. That's how he did it. This is how he's DJing, y'all, with a Bluetooth speaker. He has his own getup that he does. All right, we're gonna keep it. All right. This is my jam, y'all. A little Anthony Hamilton. Everybody. Ooh. When I think about this today, I know God is giving us the best of him because he is late.
Uh-oh.
No, you could play it. They could hear me and play the song. He's cutting me off. I think of this song in relation, like I said, to God and rebirth of your faith. Now is the time people are meditating more, people are praying more, and I know God is giving us the best of him, even in these somewhat uncertain times, right? So, guys, I thank you again for watching and have a great weekend. Until next time.
Have fun.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Her Sweet Spot Experience. Make sure to visit our website, www.hersweetspot.com. That's her, SUITE, spot.com, where you can become a member of our growing community and get great content for your life and business. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. We are your strategic partners to grow your business.